go to a party.
Hello to all adventure seekers and language enthusiasts out there. Are you ready for an exhilarating journey into the fascinating world of English pronunciation evolution? In this podcast, I'm James with Sophia and Mason invite you to join them on an exciting and dynamic adventure. From uncovering ancient secrets of English pronunciation to exploring modern trends, we're here to acquaint you with the ever-evolving landscape of language. Are you prepared for this thrilling ride? Then buckle up and join us, because here, excitement, enthusiasm, and anticipation await you.
And everyone turns to see.
Welcome, dear listeners, to our journey through the fascinating world of English pronunciation evolution. In this inaugural episode, we embark on a quest to unravel the mysteries of how the sounds of English have transformed over the centuries. Join us as we delve deep into the annals of linguistic history and explore the rich tapestry of sounds that have shaped the way we speak today.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast. I'm Sophia, and I'm thrilled to be your guide on this linguistic adventure.
And I'm Mason, Sophia's trusty sidekick and fellow language enthusiast. Together, we'll be exploring the evolution of English pronunciation from its humble beginnings to the modern-day marvel it is today.
That's right, Mason. English pronunciation has undergone numerous changes throughout its history, reflecting the dynamic nature of language itself. From the guttural sounds of Old English to the melodic cadences of contemporary speech, each era has left its indelible mark on the way we articulate words.
Indeed, Sophia, and in this episode, we'll start by laying the groundwork for our exploration, beginning with an overview of the key concepts and historical events that have shaped the evolution of English pronunciation.
But before we dive into the details, let's take a moment to reflect on why the study of pronunciation evolution is so important. Understanding how English pronunciation has changed over time not only provides insights into the history of the language, but also sheds light on the cultural, social, and linguistic factors that have influenced its development.
Absolutely, narrator. By examining the sound systems of different historical periods, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the diversity of English pronunciation and the myriad factors that have contributed to its evolution.
And let's not forget the practical implications of studying pronunciation evolution. As language learners and educators, understanding the historical context of English pronunciation can help us navigate the complexities of contemporary speech and develop strategies for effective communication.
Dear listeners, buckle up and get ready for an exhilarating ride through the corridors of linguistic history. From the shores of Anglo-Saxon England to the bustling streets of modern metropolises, join us as we unravel the mysteries of English pronunciation evolution in all its glory. Now, as we delve into the turbulent waters of the Middle English period, a time of great change and transformation in the linguistic landscape.
At the Middle English period, a time of knights, castles, and Chaucerian tales. But beneath the veneer of chivalry and romance, a linguistic revolution was underway, reshaping the very fabric of the English language.
That's right, Sophia. The Middle English period, spanning roughly from the 11th to the 15th century, was a time of profound linguistic transition. Following the Norman conquest of 1066, England found itself under the rule of French-speaking nobility, leading to a significant influx of French vocabulary into the English language.
But it wasn't just vocabulary that underwent changes during this period. The pronunciation of English also evolved, influenced by contact with Norman French and other languages spoken by the diverse population of medieval England.
One of the most notable changes during the Middle English period was the loss of many inflectional endings that characterized Old English. As a result, the language became more reliant on word order and context to convey grammatical meaning.
Additionally, the Great Vowel Shift, a gradual process that began in the late Middle English period and continued into the early Modern English period, led to significant changes in the pronunciation of English vowels. Long vowels underwent a series of shifts in quality, resulting in the distinctive vowel sounds we recognize in modern English.
But perhaps the most striking aspect of Middle English pronunciation was its regional diversity. With English spoken in various dialects across the country, pronunciation could vary significantly from one region to another. This regional variation reflected the social and cultural differences that characterized medieval England.
Indeed, narrator, from the guttural sounds of the north to the melodious tones of the south, Middle English pronunciation was a patchwork of regional accents and dialects, each with its own unique characteristics.
And let's not forget the role of literature in shaping Middle English pronunciation. The works of poets like Geoffrey Chaucer, whose Canterbury Tales vividly captured the linguistic diversity of medieval England, provided valuable insights into the pronunciation of the time.
Let us reflect on the profound changes that transformed the English language during this tumultuous era. Join us next time as we journey into the world of early modern English, where the seeds of modern pronunciation were sown. Until then, happy listening, and may the echoes of Middle English pronunciation resonate in your ears. Noah, we turn our attention to a pivotal event in English history, the Norman Conquest of 1066, and its profound impact on the pronunciation of the English language.
The Norman Conquest, a momentous event that forever altered the course of English history. With the Norman victory at the Battle of Hastings, England fell under the rule of French-speaking nobility, bringing about significant changes in language and culture.
That's right, Sophia. One of the most significant consequences of the Norman conquest was the infusion of Norman French vocabulary into the English language. Words like castle, court, and royalty entered English vocabulary, enriching the language with new terms related to government, law, and social hierarchy.
But it wasn't just vocabulary that underwent changes. The pronunciation of English was also profoundly influenced by the Norman conquest. The Norman French-speaking elite introduced new phonetic sounds and pronunciation patterns to English, leaving a lasting imprint on the language.
Indeed, Mason, the Norman conquest brought about a shift in the social and cultural landscape of England, leading to increased bilingualism and language contact between English and French speakers. This linguistic interaction resulted in the adoption of French pronunciation features by English speakers, particularly in the upper echelons of society.
One notable consequence of this linguistic convergence was the emergence of a hybrid language known as Anglo-Norman, spoken by the Norman ruling class and influencing the pronunciation of English words borrowed from French. These borrowed words often retained their original French pronunciation, further enriching the linguistic tapestry of English.
However, it's important to note that the influence of Norman French on English pronunciation was not uniform across all social strata. While French pronunciation features may have been more prevalent among the aristocracy and in formal settings, English pronunciation continued to evolve among the general population, reflecting regional dialects and linguistic diversity.
As we reflect on the influence of the Norman conquest on English pronunciation, we are reminded of the dynamic and ever-changing nature of language. The mingling of English and French linguistic elements during this period laid the groundwork for the rich tapestry of pronunciation that characterizes modern English.
Now we dive into one of the most fascinating phenomena in the evolution of English, the Great Vowel Shift, as we unravel the mysteries behind this significant linguistic transformation.
Picture this: England, the late Middle Ages, a time of knights, castles, and ... vowel sounds. That's right. During the late 14th to early 15th centuries, something extraordinary was happening to the way English vowels were pronounced.
Indeed, Sophia, the Great Vowel Shift was like a linguistic roller coaster, with English vowels taking a wild ride through the phonetic landscape. But what exactly caused this seismic shift in pronunciation?
Well, dear listeners, the exact cause of the Great Vowel Shift remains a subject of scholarly debate. Some theories suggest it may have been influenced by changes in phonetics, while others attribute it to social and cultural factors. Regardless of the cause, one thing is certain: the great vowel shift had a profound impact on English pronunciation.
Imagine you're a medieval English speaker going about your daily life, when suddenly, your vowels start to change. Long vowels became shorter, and short vowels shifted to new positions in the mouth. It was like a linguistic game of musical chairs.
Absolutely, Sophia. English vowels were on the move, shifting and reshaping themselves into new forms. Take, for example, the long vowel E in words like meat and feet. During the great vowel shift, it transformed into the sound we now recognize as I, leading to the pronunciation we hear today.
And let's not forget about the infamous OU sound in words like house and mouse. Once pronounced as a pure vowel, it underwent a dramatic transformation, becoming the diphthong we know as OW.
The Great Vowel Shift was a time of linguistic upheaval, with English speakers adapting to these changes in real time. Imagine trying to keep up with your everyday conversations while your vowels are undergoing a complete makeover.
Indeed, Sophia, but despite the challenges, the great vowel shift laid the foundation for the modern pronunciation of English. It paved the way for the rich diversity of vowel sounds we hear today, adding depth and character to the language.
As we reflect on the great vowel shift, we're reminded of the resilience and adaptability of language. English vowels may have taken a wild ride through history, but they emerged stronger and more vibrant than ever before. Now we set our sights on the early modern English period, a time of great change and innovation in the linguistic landscape. Join us as we unravel the mysteries of pronunciation from this fascinating era.
The early modern English period, a time of Shakespeare, exploration, and evolving pronunciation. As England entered the Renaissance, so did its language undergo a transformation.
That's right, Sophia. The early modern English period, spanning roughly from the late 15th to the late 17th century, marked a pivotal moment in the history of English pronunciation. It was a time of flux and transition as the language continued to evolve in response to social, cultural, and technological shifts.
During this period, English pronunciation underwent several notable changes. One significant development was the gradual loss of many final unstressed syllables, leading to a simplification of word endings. This shift in pronunciation contributed to the distinctive rhythm and cadence of early modern English speech.
Additionally, the Great Vowel Shift, which we explored in our previous episode, continued to shape the pronunciation of English vowels during the early modern period. Long vowels underwent further modification, resulting in the emergence of new vowel sounds and diphthongs.
Indeed, Sophia, and let's not forget about the influence of printing and literacy on pronunciation. With the advent of the printing press, English spelling became more standardized, reflecting the pronunciation of the educated elite. However, spoken language continued to evolve independently, leading to discrepancies between written and spoken forms of English.
Furthermore, the influx of loan words from Latin, Greek, and other languages during the Renaissance enriched the English lexicon and introduced new sounds to the language. Words like poetry and philosophy found their way into English pronunciation, alongside their unique phonetic nuances.
The early modern English period was a time of dynamic change and linguistic innovation. It laid the groundwork for the modern pronunciation of English, shaping the language we know and love today.
As we bid farewell to the early modern English era, let us celebrate the rich tapestry of sounds and accents that make up the English language.
This beautiful lady.
Now we embark on a captivating journey through the diverse tapestry of English dialects, exploring the rich array of regional variations that color the linguistic landscape of England.
Indeed, Mason, from the rolling hills of Yorkshire to the bustling streets of London, each region boasts its own unique pronunciation quirks and dialectical delights.
Absolutely, Sophia, regional variation in English pronunciation reflects the rich history and cultural heritage of each locality, shaped by centuries of geographical isolation, migration, and social interaction.
Let's start our exploration in the north of England, where the melodious lilt of Yorkshire dialect enchants the ear. Here, you might hear locals pronounce bath as bath and grass as grass, with elongated vowel sounds that evoke the rustic charm of the countryside.
Moving southwards, we encounter the distinctively clipped accents of the Midlands, where castle becomes castle and water becomes water. The musicality of Midlands dialect reflects a blend of influences from neighboring regions, resulting in a unique fusion of sounds.
Venturing further south to the capital city of London, we encounter a melting pot of accents and dialects that reflect the city's vibrant multicultural identity. From Cockney rhyming slang to estuary English, Londoners have perfected the art of linguistic innovation, giving rise to a dynamic tapestry of speech patterns.
And let's not forget the West Country, where the rolling hills of Devon and Cornwall echo with the lilting tones of regional dialects. Here, you might hear book pronounced as book and home as home, reflecting the timeless charm of rural life.
Across the east of England, from the fenlands of Norfolk to the ancient streets of Cambridge, regional accents abound, each with its own unique flavor and cadence. Whether it's the flat vowels of Norfolk or the crisp enunciation of Cambridge, the east of England offers a fascinating glimpse into the rich tapestry of English dialects.
Finally, we arrive in the southeast, where the bustling metropolis of London gives way to the rolling hills of Kent and Sussex. Here, you might encounter the distinctive R pronunciation known as the rhotic accent, where car becomes car and water becomes water.
Let us marvel at the richness and diversity of our language. From the rugged beauty of the north to the quaint charm of the south, each region contributes its own unique voice to the symphony of English speech. Now, world meets new and tradition dances with innovation. We unravel the mysteries of contemporary pronunciation trends and explore the ever-evolving landscape of spoken English.
Indeed, Mason, in today's fast-paced world, where communication knows no bounds, the way we pronounce words has undergone a remarkable transformation. From the rise of global communication networks to the influence of popular culture, modern pronunciation reflects the dynamic nature of our interconnected world.
Absolutely, Sophia. One of the most striking trends in modern pronunciation is the phenomenon of globalization, which has brought people from diverse linguistic backgrounds closer together than ever before. As a result, English pronunciation has become increasingly standardized, with a growing emphasis on clarity and intelligibility in global communication.
But alongside globalization, we also witness a celebration of linguistic diversity as speakers embrace regional accents and dialects as a badge of identity and heritage. From the vibrant multicultural tapestry of urban centers to the rural charm of traditional communities, modern English pronunciation reflects a kaleidoscope of voices and perspectives.
And let's not forget the impact of technology on modern pronunciation. With the rise of social media platforms and instant messaging apps, spoken language has undergone a remarkable transformation, as abbreviations, emojis, and slang become woven into the fabric of everyday communication. LOL, BRB, and oh my god have become an integral part of our spoken lexicon, blurring the lines between written and spoken language.
Indeed, Sophia, but amidst the whirlwind of change, one thing remains constant: the power of human connection through language. Whether it's a heartfelt conversation with a loved one or a lively debate with friends, the way we pronounce words shapes our interactions and forges bonds that transcend cultural and linguistic barriers.
Let us marvel at the resilience and adaptability of the English language. From its humble origins to its global dominance today, English pronunciation continues to evolve, reflecting the ever-changing tapestry of human experience. As we bid farewell, let us delve into the profound impact of globalization on the evolution of English pronunciation and reflect on the key insights gleaned from our exploration.
**** Indeed, Mason, globalization has ushered in an era of unprecedented connectivity, transcending geographical boundaries and bringing people from diverse linguistic backgrounds closer together. As English emerges as the lingua franca of the modern world, its pronunciation undergoes a remarkable transformation, shaped by the interplay of cultures, technologies, and social dynamics.
Absolutely, Sophia. One of the most notable effects of globalization on English pronunciation is the emergence of a global standard characterized by clarity, simplicity, and universality. As English becomes the language of international communication, speakers strive for mutual intelligibility, leading to the adoption of standardized pronunciation norms in diverse contexts.
But alongside the quest for standardization, globalization also fosters a celebration of linguistic diversity, as speakers embrace their unique accents and dialects as a source of pride and identity. From the melodic cadences of the Caribbean to the crisp enunciation of received pronunciation, English pronunciation reflects the rich tapestry of human experience in a globalized world.
And let's not forget the role of technology in shaping modern pronunciation. From the advent of voice recognition software to the proliferation of online language learning platforms, technology has revolutionized the way we learn and use English pronunciation. With a tap of a finger, learners can access a wealth of resources to improve their pronunciation skills and connect with speakers from around the world.
Indeed, Sophia, but amidst the rapid pace of change, one thing remains clear. English pronunciation is a dynamic and evolving phenomenon shaped by the collective efforts of millions of speakers worldwide. As we reflect on our journey through the annals of pronunciation evolution, let us marvel at the resilience and adaptability of the English language, which continues to inspire and unite us across cultures and continents.
And so, dear listeners, we come to the end of our podcast journey. We hope you have enjoyed this exploration of English pronunciation and that it has deepened your understanding of this fascinating aspect of language and culture. As we bid you farewell, remember to keep listening, keep learning, and above all, keep speaking with confidence and joy. Until next time, farewell, and may your pronunciation adventures be filled with discovery and delight.
Do you feel alright? And I say yes, I feel